guys, this is dumb.
What the crap?
See?
So obviously we're going to look at using our keys for self-defense, but I have seen it so many times where people tell you to take your keys, stick them in your hand like this and punch. The problem is when you do that, as you guys saw in the opener, when you do that a lot of times it turns down, okay? And it's hard to do. I have seen people say, well, don't do it that way. Take them, put it in your hand this way, and now punch. And while yes, it is a bit more stable that way, it's still not great. You can tear up your own hand depending on the type of key. Let's say I was using like a type of key like this, okay, and I do it, okay, I'm gonna tear my own hand up. I've heard people argue like, well, I mean, you know, so what if you tear your hand up if you're punching somebody in a self-defense situation? I understand that argument. I have made that argument. But our problem is, it's just not the best way. The best way and most reliable way is to take your keys, okay, set it here on that knuckle and clamp down with your thumb. Now this is not going anywhere. Okay, you have a lot more control over the key. In this situation, when I'm using this, now it is a lot more stable. It's not gonna rotate on me so much. It is not gonna go back into my hand. It's going to be nice and rigid.
This particular self-defense tip really bothers me because it's told to pretty much every young girl or woman out there when they're walking to their car alone at night, whether it be from work or school or wherever. They say put your keys in between your fingers. And sometimes they'll even have you put more than one key in between, and this still does the fold down thing that makes it completely useless. So if you would just make the simple switch from this or this or that to this, your keys are going to be a lot more effective as a weapon. And this is how you would use it to get in your car anyway. So if I take my car key and put it in between my fingers like this, I have a weapon that I can use to actually hit someone. Or I can, when I get to my car, I can just immediately stick my key in and I don't have to take it from in between my fingers, switch it around and adjust it to get into my car. It just takes that millisecond off and you can get into your car and lock your doors faster.
Talking about the fact that the keys fold down or up or whatever. I'm so confident in that in the opener I allowed Jada to hit me, because if I was really worried about getting hurt with that, I wouldn't have allowed her to do that, to be honest with you. When you are striking with this, even in this kind of situation, you don't want to just randomly strike anywhere. We want to be smart and we want to strike to softer targets, okay? Now, depending on the severity of the situation, you can just hit to the stomach or to the chest or whatever, just cause pain. And if the situation is more severe and the situation calls for it, you can use this on some of the softer targets, such as the neck, the eyes, something along those lines. Now we have to understand that is severe, so we have to make sure that the attack warrants the response. To be completely honest, the biggest reason we made this video is we're just tired of seeing the misinformation that's put out there with stuff like this. This is a false sense of security when people walk around with their keys like this. So our goal when we're teaching seminars, when we're teaching courses, when we're teaching online courses, is to kill the false sense of security that people have in things that they don't need to have that in. Okay, we want to put that sense of security in something real. So we have to remember that whatever we do, we train, and everything needs to be pressure tested. Now, a pressure test is simply making sure that a technique actually works when the pressure is on, okay, when somebody's actually trying to do something to you. There are many techniques out there that will work, but they need to be pressure tested to make sure that they will work under pressure and to make sure that you can actually pull them off under pressure.
So remember, in order to protect yourself,